What is the psychology of childhood trauma? It's pain that doesn't shout. It rewrites you quietly. Psychology says childhood trauma doesn't just create bad memories, it rewires how you think, how you react, how you connect, how you survive. And the strange thing? Most people with traumatic childhoods don't look broken. They look responsible, mature, strong. But strength built too early usually has a story. Here are 5 traits psychology keeps seeing in people who grew up surviving. 1. They sense emotional shifts instantly. They walk into a room and feel the temperature change without touching the air. Someone's tone drops slightly. Someone's smile looks forced. Someone pauses half a second longer than usual. They notice. Psychology calls it hypervigilance. When a child grows up in an unpredictable home, their brain learns one rule: scan first, relax later. Except later never really comes. So as adults, they read faces like subtitles. They detect tension before it's spoken. It doesn't look like fear, it looks like intuition, but it started as survival. 2. They feel responsible for other people's emotions. If someone is upset, they feel it like it's their fault. If someone is angry, they rush to fix it. If someone is distant, they overanalyze what they did wrong. Psychology calls this emotional role reversal. As children, they learned that keeping others calm kept them safe. So they became peacekeepers, mood stabilizers, emotional shock absorbers. They don't just care, they feel accountable. And accountability becomes heavy when you carry it for everyone. 3. They struggle to relax without feeling unsafe. Calm feels suspicious. Silence feels temporary. Stability feels like a trap door waiting to open. Psychology explains this through nervous system conditioning. When chaos is normal early in life, the body gets used to adrenaline. So peace doesn't feel peaceful, it feels unfamiliar. They stay busy, they overwork, they distract themselves. Not because they love stress, but because stress feels predictable, and predictable feels safe. 4. They become extremely independent. Trauma teaches one quiet lesson: don't rely. Adapt. Psychologists call it defensive self-reliance. If support wasn't consistent, needs became dangerous. So they stopped needing. They handle problems alone, they avoid asking for help. They say, "I got it," even when they don't. Independence looks powerful, but sometimes it's just a child who learned no one was coming. 5. They feel deep empathy but hide their own pain. They understand suffering without explanation. They listen well. They comfort easily. They notice when someone says, "I'm fine," and doesn't mean it. Psychology shows early pain increases emotional awareness. But here's the part people don't see. They rarely show their own wounds. Because early on, their feelings were inconvenient, ignored, or unsafe. So they became strong, quietly. But strength that never rests turns into exhaustion. Psychology is clear about one thing. Trauma doesn't just break people, it shapes rare emotional intelligence, resilience, awareness. But survival traits are not the same as personality. What once protected you might now be limiting you. Hypervigilance isn't destiny. People-pleasing isn't identity. Over-independence isn't proof of strength. They were shields. And shields are heavy when you carry them forever. You don't need to stay alert all the time. You don't need to fix everyone. You don't need to prove you can handle everything alone. Strength is admirable, but healing is braver. So the real question isn't, did trauma make me strong? The real question is, which survival trait are you ready to outgrow? Because you survived. Now you deserve safety, softness, and rest.